Remen and Su evaluated the speed of kill of thiamethoxam against Coptotermis formosanus, a close relative of Coptotermis vastator gestroi, which is widely distributed in Southeast Asian countries. Their results show that thiamethoxam is slow acting at 5 parts per million and suggests that this may have an impact on the foraging population of a subterranean termite colony. Remen and Su evaluated the non-repellency of thiamethoxam against Coptotermis formosanus shiraki. Their study showed that 8 parts per million of thiamethoxam provided an effective barrier against C. formosanus. Moreover, sand was penetrated to some degree from 0 to 800 parts per million, revealing that it is non-repellent. Experiments were conducted to study the AI transfer of different insecticides between workers of subterranean termites. Thiamethoxam treatments had very high AI transfer properties between the workers. All the termites died within 3 days in the 50 parts per million thiamethoxam treatment. At 0.5 parts per million of thiamethoxam, 89% mortality was observed within 7 days. The exposed workers all died within 5 days, and the healthy workers who were exposed to the treated workers died within 9 days. So the estimated minimum effective dose for AI transfer was 0.5 parts per million of thiamethoxam. Only 77% mortality was observed with 50 parts per million of imidacloprid treatment in 7 days. At lower rates of 10 and 1 parts per million, only 4% and 3% mortality was observed respectively. So the minimum effective rate for AI transfer for imidacloprid was 50 parts per million. In the 50 parts per million fipronil treatment, 100% mortality was observed within 7 days, while 79% of mortality was observed at the 10 parts per million rate and only 7% mortality was observed with a 1 parts per million rate within 7 days. So the effective rate for AI transfer for fipronil was 10 parts per million. In the Vitantrin treatment, there was a knockdown effect at 50 parts per million, where 31% mortality was observed within 7 days. Bifenthrin, being a repellent insecticide, the healthy workers were repelled from the dead workers and no AI transfer was observed.